Hey guys, it's time for another budgeting video, and today we are going to set up our monthly bills for the month of July. So much for popping in. I wanted to show you this new printable that I made, and yes, I will be making this available very soon. I might try to put it in the description below. If I do, it'll be the very first one that you find. But this is my month on one page July monthly expense planner. So this is the one where I'm going to add all of my monthly bills, pay dates, and I'm going to divide the bills between fixed expenses and subscriptions. I don't really put variables on here, but I guess I could at some point. It just depends. But this is how I'm going to be setting it up in replacement of a month on two pages. So I think this will just be a little bit more streamlined. I'm trying to be a little bit more minimalist with these planners because I'm realizing that there's so much content and it could be like, you know, this thick if I include everything that I've been doing. So I really want to try to pare down. The other thing I want to share with you is, can you believe it? Where there's a will, there's a way. Somebody had given me a really good a suggestion of printing the cash envelope categories on vellum and then just inserting that in the envelope. So at any point I can remove this and then I can replace it with something else. So if I decide this is no longer a category that I'm going to entertain or contribute to, I can take this out and just put a new one in here. So I thought that was really ingenious. However, I do have another friend who reached out to me via email to tell me that she can do some envelopes with her Cricut. And so we're just talking back and forth about that. But I thought in the meantime, this is a nice fix. So thank you so much for the suggestion. All right, let's get into the bills, the expenses, and setting up this month. So I do have a couple other things that I want to address and take care of. Not address. Why did I say address? That was so formal. That was so dramatic. I don't want to address it. I just want to do like a June recap, things like that. So I will be back with those videos. But for now, I am color coding my bills and pay dates and all of that good stuff on this month on two pages. And I really like this because this way I can literally see absolutely everything at once. Not that I couldn't with the month on two pages, but you know, it's just a little bit easier when it's all on one page. I also want to let you know, I guess I just better say all of my announcements. What can I show you? Okay, so this right here, you guys know I just refreshed this with a different layout. Somebody did point out, and it was a really good suggestion, that I have an amount here, but instead it would be better to have two columns here, one for a budgeted amount and one for actual. Now, I did not do that with income because I do not count my pennies before I have them. Don't count my eggs before they're hatched, whatever the phrase is. So I do not fill out this section until I am sure. So a lot of this I used to back plan, and I think that's totally fine. So I'm gonna leave this section here the way it is. However, here for fixed expenses, it's going to have two columns, savings too. So if you want to budget your entire month ahead, you can do that, and you'll have a budgeted column and then the actual column. So it was a good suggestion. And then I forgot down here, I wasn't, you know, I didn't have like one that said total. So I added things like that. So you'll be able to see that because I'm going to put that up again too. Let's see. So in the third, I have car insurance. I'm thinking like now our car insurance is for two cars, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I feel like we could be doing better. And for whatever reason, I don't like how I'm writing with this. So I'm going to scrap this and then I'm just going to highlight in different colors because it's going to bother me. It's going to aggravate me, and I have to use this for the entire month. So we're going to start over with a pen that I'm more comfortable with. It's all going to be the same color, but c'est la vie. All right, so mortgage. But anyways, what was I saying? See how that goes? instantly out of my mind. Maybe it'll come back. I'm trying to do so many different printables, and I've realized that I might be getting ahead of myself, and I wanted to, put these in your hands so everybody had them and can be budgeting right along with me, which I know some people are doing, and they're giving me little updates, which I absolutely love. I was talking about car insurance. Okay, now I'm back on track. But anyway, I'm thinking about making an entire budget planner and getting it bound. And right now, the only capability that I have is regular binding, not spiral. And I just don't know if anybody's going to be interested in that. Like if I were to have it for sale. So these individual printables and stuff, of course, you can have those anytime you want. But if you wanted a full planner, of course, it would be as minimally priced as I could make it. But right now, Kindle or KDP, Amazon KDP is the only way I could do this. I could look into something else down the road, but it would really depend on basically demand. So I don't want to order advanced copies and get into offering them to mail myself of spiral bound books if it's not something that people really want. So I may do a KDP version, just like I have my other planners for sale on Amazon. So if you just look up Oh My Goals, you can buy the other two planners. They are eligible for Prime shipping too. All right, so what I was saying about car insurance is I have a feeling we might be overpaying. And we do have an insurance broker, which I know sometimes can be more expensive. But I don't know. I'm used to them kind of looking out and giving us updates and stuff, but I just don't know. So I'm thinking about looking into that myself and seeing if there's, some kind of better rate that I can find. The thing that I can't stand about that is when you go on a website, they want you to put in all your information. It's so exhausting. And then at the end, instead of giving you a quote, you have to put in more of your information so somebody can contact you. So I don't know, maybe just worth it to make a phone call to some local agents. So we'll see. Because I just feel like that's a lot for, a clean record. But I don't know. Maybe I could be way off base. I don't know. But it's been a while since we looked into it. That's another reason why I like not escrowing our homeowner's insurance, because if at any time I feel like we're getting a raw deal, I can go ahead and change it without going through all the rigmarole with the bank and, here's the new company, here's the new amount, and, in 2 months they'll start taking out the right amount, and then they have to send me a refund. No. So I'm not interested. So I really do like doing it that way. And right now I'm writing in my subscriptions. And one subscription I totally forgot about was my Apple, the iCloud or cloud. So I'm adding that today. So I don't, obviously it comes out of my card and I pay it, but I just haven't been including it in my new budgeting system in the videos I do with you guys. So I got a free trial of Apple TV and it was okay, but I didn't think it was worth it at this moment in time to keep it. And I told you guys I may end up canceling Netflix. So we'll see. One thing I will say that I've been super enjoying is using Hoopla and Libby. Now those are the two systems that my local library uses, and I know that they are not exclusive to where I live. So if you don't have a library card, you got to get one, okay? Because I was looking for this one movie, and it was from 1968, I think, and it's called The Party, and it's with Peter Sellers. He's the same actor that played Cousteau on The Pink Panther. He's so funny, just like a genius comic, you know, from back in the day. I could not find anywhere to stream this. And I was really disappointed because I was like, what the heck, you know, like I have Hulu, I have HBO Max, which is in my, it's in my cell phone bill. But I have like all these different ways of streaming. I have Amazon Prime, I have Netflix, and I could not find one method to watch the party. So as a last ditch effort, I just put in my search bar, where can I stream the party? I was just in a mood to watch this. And it literally said Hoopla. So if you have an account, you can use your library card. And so I did. And it like literally downloaded for me in like 2 seconds. And I was like, what the heck? And it allowed me to keep the movie for literally 3 days. And I was like, what? Like, that is insane. So I got the movie and I didn't have to rent it or buy it from Amazon. And I was super excited. So what I'm doing now is I'm color coding with my Tombow dual tipped markers. Let's just go back in time 2 seconds and think to ourselves, this was too dark of a color. This is not good, but that's okay. It's fine. I can still read through it. But anyway, so if you're not a library person, try to become one. Go get yourself a library card. I mean, I get all of my audiobooks from the library system. Tons of the regular books that I read, like, well, digitally, you know, but I'm just saying like traditional reading, not audio. I get them from the library a lot of times. It's just such a great resource. And I don't think that enough people realize how much they have to offer in this day and age, because it's a lot. And like I said, case in point, look at me watching the movie I wanted to see and not having to pay a dime. All right, so Hulu. I don't usually choose orange, but in celebration of summer, I thought that would be a nice change. Cloud. I still pay $2.99 for the cloud. And honestly, all it does is back up the amount of storage you have on your phone. One of my friends was like, I don't understand. She was so frustrated and so upset. She's like, I downloaded the cloud, or, you know, and she was like, I keep upping my storage and I keep paying more money. And she's like, my phone still says it doesn't have enough storage. I'm like, well, girl, I'm like, you're not increasing the storage on your phone. It's still going to tell you that. Like, when you get cloud storage, that's not increasing the storage on your device. So stop increasing your cloud because it's not doing you any good. And she was like, what? And I said, yeah, so stop overpaying. And I don't know, maybe a lot of people are in that situation where they think that's how it works, but it's not. So if you're overpaying for your cloud storage, look at it again. Don't, you know, lower it to, mine is at $2.99 because I have a lot of storage on my device, but 99 cents should cover the average person who's not making videos all the time, or, you know, taking a whole lot of videos for personal use on their camera. Like, you know, if you're just doing more photos for like family and friends and stuff, I think you're fine with 99 cents. But $2.99, you should be golden. I mean, unless you're like some kind of pro photographer or videographer. But anyways, all right. So this is my color-coded month on one page. This is my bills set up for July. Very excited. Now you guys know I pay bills a month ahead, so we're pretty much done. We have 12 fixed expenses: mortgage, property taxes, homeowners insurance, car insurance, cell phones, which also has my HBO Max and 2 devices, gas, which is the utility gas, car number 1 payment, trash, car number 2 payment, electricity, and then we have cable/Wi-Fi, and then we have our water bill. Now for subscriptions, we have Hulu, my car wash pass, Canva, Netflix, cloud storage, and XM radio. And lastly, for our pay dates, we have income coming in on the 1st, which is my husband's early retirement. payday number 1, his commissions, my payday number 2, and then his base pay. And that should organize me and keep me on track for the entire month. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I am going to put this in there. I'm going to make sure that I do it before I upload this video. So if you want July's month on one page, you're able to download it. And the last thing that I wanted to say is that you can resize these for the Happy Planner Classic. So everything that I'm giving you is pretty much sized for A5 or 8.5 by 11. So if that's not working for you, see, that works for me. But if that's not working for you, when you download your PDF, you can print it to a specific size, or you can save it and resize the document. So whatever works for you, do that. I think, now don't quote me, you can Google this. Happy Planner Classic page size is 7 by 9.25, or it's 7 by 9.75. It's the 9 part that I'm not certain about. But definitely look into that, and then you can print these out and they can go in your Happy Planner Classic. Not everybody wants this big cumbersome piece to carry around, which is what we call the big Happy Planner. Mine has a tool notebook cover, but you guys know what I'm saying. This is just too big for some people. And honestly, if I had to schlep this back and forth with me every day somewhere, like to my office, I would not use this. It's just too much. So if Happy Planner Classic is where it's at, you can do that. You can also 3-hole punch these for a 3-ring binder. You can also, I don't know if you could really downsize these down to like a B5 or is it B6? That's pretty small. But you can pretty much resize your PDFs to anything. So just look into it. If you're not sure, Google it. There's tons of YouTube videos out there that can help you. But I just wanted to make this as convenient for what works for you in your own personal life with your own personal planner setup as possible. So thanks so much for watching, guys. You know that I am so appreciative of you being here, and I can't wait to see you in my next video.